What is happening, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy, coming to you live, breaking down this upcoming DraftKings slate for the NFL Sunday. So I'm excited about this slate. Before we begin, if you like, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's been a ton of y'all know. Presenting sponsor of the show is Underdog Fantasy. Go take some pick'ems there, some props over there. I like that app a ton. So, like I said, go check that out. But let's start with quarterbacks. Up top, we have Kyler Murray. $8,000 going to be a lone GPP pivot that I do like. A lot of people aren't going to be on him, but I like this matchup for him a ton. Tom Brady, not really on my radar. If we look at Aaron Rodgers, 7-1, not a bad price tag, but again, I can see you going elsewhere. Jalen Hurts, though, is the guy I do want. I don't think this defense is as good as it seems. I'm all over Jalen Hurts. Dak Prescott's way too cheap at only 6-9 against the Giants. I love what you can get out of him here. Justin Herbert, also on my radar. I'd rather go to him than Sam Darnold because everybody's going to be on Sam Darnold now. Looking at possibly Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins, not really for me. Daniel Jones, I do like the match for him against his Dallas team. They are interception worthy, though, so be careful with that. Trey Lance is the guy I do want at 5-7. I love that price tag for him. He is officially starting in the matchup that's going to be back and forth. I love that out of him. And then Justin Fields, obviously, at 5-2. Once again, you can go to him, but be careful with what you wish for. And then Drew Lock, 4-9. He didn't really seem in sync, but if you want to really want to go dig deep, I could see you going to Drew Lock. Running back, Derrick Henry, obviously going to be the main guy that you want. I love him here once again. Dalvin Cook, we need to wait and see what happens with him. Saquon Barkley in this matchup, 7-3 is not a bad price up, but I'd much rather go to Austin Eckler. Zeke, I think he's going to play, but I'm not really paying that at $7,000. We need to watch the status of Gibson, watch the status of Mixon. You need to basically wait and see what's going to happen with the Chicago running backs. If we look at Chicago, let's scroll over to that game. If there is, in fact, Damian Williams, I do like that at 5-6 against this easy defense. And then looking at possibly Josh Jacobs, not really for me. I don't like that. I don't like Miles Sanders here. Again, Damian Williams, I like that. James Conner's been pounding the rock in the end zone. I like that. Little Fournette's way too cheap at only 5-2. I like the match for him. That's a guy I definitely want to get to. He's seeing the more touches now. We don't really see much of Ronald Jones anymore. And that's kind of where I'm looking at for running back. Let's move on to wide receiver. Obviously, pair up your wide receiver with your quarterback, but Justin Jefferson at 7-7. It's a high price tag. I'm going to get to Devontae Adams. DJ Moore, I like this matchup for him. He should be able to thread this defense. Debo Samuel or Trey Lance, I love that combo you can get out of them. Julio Jones, is the A.J. Brown season finally? Possibly could be. Keenan Allen, 6'5", don't mind that. Possibly Marvin Jones is on my radar, but you can go to Jacoby Myers instead. We need to wait and see what happens with all these Broncos receivers. No Sterling Shepard and no Darius Slayton to go right back to the well on Tony. Gerald Mooney finally was apparent in the offense. I like that at 4-7. LaVisca is going to see more snaps with no G.J. Chark. It's kind of where I'm looking at. Like I said, Tony at 4,000. I like that. Alan Lazard, he's back, basically needing for a bounce back game. Let's go to tight end. No George Kittle, so with no Rob Gronkowski. We need to wait and see what happens to T.J. Hawkinson. But Darren Waller, not really for me. I don't really want much of him. Noah Fant, I think he's going to be a check down back at 4-9. No Logan Thomas. So there's going to be cheap guys on this slate. I like that. Cameron Braid only 3-3 with no Gronk. Possibly, like I said, Darren Arnold's going to be more involved in the offense. I don't mind that. Ross Dwelley. Possibly no George Kittle at 2-7. I like that. Lots and lots of options down here. So that kind of wraps up the slate for us, guys. And again, thank y'all for tuning in. This is NFL breakdown of the slate. That was a fun talking to y'all. Let's hang out in the Discord and go from there. Have a great and safe rest of your night.